Paikiasothy Saravanamuttu. He is Executive Director of the Centre for Policy Alternatives in Colombo. Paikiasothy, thank you so much for your time. First of all, I want to get just a gut reaction to this incredible statement from the President.
Well, I mean, I think there is a certain amount of shock, a certain amount of surprise that he has come out and said this, and one would await a much more formal announcement that everyone is supposed to be dead and that there are no missing, because after all, we have an Office of Missing Persons, a state institution which has been set up, which is supposed to be dealing with some 23,000 odd reported cases.
Yeah, statements are going to be one thing, aren't they? Because under Sri Lankan law, I understand that without a death certificate, obviously surviving family members have great difficulties in terms of property that may have been left to them, inheritance, and those sort of more mundane, everyday matters. But apart from the statement that's coming, surely the calls are now growing for a proper investigation. The Rajapaksas have both tried to not make those happen for years.
Well, absolutely. I mean, there is one sort of response to all of this, and that is a impartial investigation of all these allegations, of all the missing people, and a clear response in terms of what has actually happened to them. Now, you know, just a simple statement by saying that, look, I think most of them are dead is not going to satisfy the families of the disappeared. It's a very cavalier almost kind of attitude towards their plight to say, look, you know, they're all dead. These people need closure. They want to know what has happened. They also want to have the degree of accountability that this requires.
Can you give us some more details about what people say happened to many of these 20,000? There are stories out there, but what do people in Sri Lanka believe happened in terms of some of the reports of mass killings?
Well, there are some who believe that they are still around, that they're being held in captivity, that yes, some of them have been killed, have been tortured and killed. And so there are, you know, so it differs from those who believe that yes, they are alive and they are in captivity to those who believe that they have actually been killed. But the key thing, the one thing that is a thread that ties the two together is wanting to know what happened, that there needs to be an investigation and proper closure for these people.
Is it possible for the state to deny responsibility for its possible role in any of the killings, but still be involved in a process of providing reparations to surviving family members? Are those two things diametrically opposed, or can they be joined together?
Well, I mean, there is definitely a contradiction there, and that is why the resolutions in the Human Rights Council in Geneva talk about an impartial investigation with judges who are foreigners and with prosecutors who could be foreigners to provide the integrity, the impartiality, the independence for the investigation. So yes, I think there is a problem there. And indeed, there was a consultation task force that was set up by the previous government to look at the instruments of transitional justice that were required. And they too came up with the recommendation that there should be a proper impartial investigation with foreign judges as well.